In Jabeen Akhtar's witty, poignant, and deeply revealing autobiographical narrative, readers are invited into the vulnerable world of high school adolescence, where the desire to belong clashes with secret insecurities. When an ordinary teenager feels entirely overlooked by her peers and teachers, a single impulsive fib about knowing karate snowballs into an elaborate social charade. This captivating story explores the heavy psychological toll of maintaining false identities, the comforting escape of immigrant folklore, and the ultimate liberating power of embracing one's authentic, imperfect self. During her high school years, Jabeen felt completely invisible, a middling student who blended into the background, hiding behind handwritten poetry collections and quiet hallway corners, while her peers formed tight-knit social circles and stood out with athletic or academic achievements. Jabeen yearned intensely for a moment of sudden recognition. She desperately wanted a breakthrough that would make her classmates do a double take and finally see her as someone extraordinary, setting the emotional stage for the choices that would follow. The turning point arrived when the school yearbook staff randomly selected Jabeen for a special student spotlight feature, presenting what felt like the ultimate golden opportunity to finally step out of the shadows and shine. However, as she reviewed the requirements for the feature, she discovered one intimidating catch. The profile expected her to demonstrate active extracurricular talents, specifically martial arts skills. Instead of confessing her ordinary reality, panic and ambition collided, pushing her to make a life-altering decision. To truly understand Jabeen's imaginative mind, we must look back at her immigrant upbringing and the whimsical folktales shared by her father. He recounted a childhood story of washing mungo beans in Qasr when a magical jinn appeared, bestowing magical powers upon his arms. This rich tradition of family storytelling instilled in young Jabeen an exuberant imagination, a deep appreciation for narrative myth, and an underlying psychological longing for supernatural or extraordinary abilities that could effortlessly conquer everyday mediocrity. When confronted directly about her special skills for the yearbook profile, Jabeen panicked and impulsively claimed she was an expert in karate. Once spoken aloud, the lie took on an unstoppable life of its own. It spread rapidly through the school hallways like wildfire, amplified by eager classmates and supportive friends. Suddenly, Jabeen found herself locked into an impossible charade, celebrated for a black belt, expertise she never possessed while watching the web of fabrication grow larger by the day. As the yearbook publication deadline drew nearer, the fabricated karate persona began to haunt Jabeen with relentless anxiety. She quickly learned that maintaining a false identity requires exhausting psychological vigilance and constant defensive maneuvering. Every casual conversation about martial arts felt like walking through a minefield. What started as a harmless daydream to gain attention had transformed into a crushing psychological burden, proving that living a lie is far more difficult than telling the truth. Ultimately, the overwhelming stress of the deception forced Jabeen toward a profound coming-of-age realization about self-acceptance and integrity. She understood that genuine respect, meaningful friendships, and true self-worth can never be constructed upon a foundation of falsehoods. Shedding her elaborate facade, she confronted her deepest insecurities head-on, realizing that embracing her authentic, imperfect self was infinitely more courageous and empowering than any imaginary martial arts triumph. Jabeen Akhtar's remarkable story leaves us with an enduring universal truth. While you might be able to fool the entire world around you for a little while, you can never truly escape yourself. True confidence and inner peace stem exclusively from knowing your own genuine truth, accepting your personal flaws without shame, and having the courage to speak honestly. When we stop performing for others, we finally discover the strength of our authentic voice.